Hey guys, what's up? It's Adam from DNA Cards and Collectibles. Today we're going to teach you about card care and handling, how to treat your cards like a pro, like me. All right guys, today we're going to teach you a little bit about card care and taking care of your cards properly. So in front of us we have top loaders. Those are going to be your harder ones. We also have your penny sleeves. Those would be the soft ones you put on before, or some of the collectors, we're going to choose magnetic cases or mag cases. What you're going to do in this scenario is, I always suggest laying this side here flat down on a table, any kind of elevated surface. It's going to give you a little bit easier grasp. Once we take our card, always keep them in a penny sleeve. That's the soft outer plastic that's going to really keep the card from scratching, take care of it on a day-to-day basis from dust and other things like that. In these mag cases, you're going to want to keep it nice and flat. We're going to lay it down right in the middle and we're going to set it in there. We're not going to want to push it. We're going to kind of want to use gravity and slide that card around in there. And then once we get it in there, it'll kind of be secure from sliding. We're going to take the top of our magnetic case here. There'll be two little holes on the bottom. And then once you hear that, that's the sound of success. We've got our card gone from a penny sleeve into a mag case. A little bit better presentation. It's going to show a little nicer. This one's a die cut, so you can see part of the card's missing. So really adds a little bit of flair to the card. So that's one way to take care of your cards. Some people keep them this way. Everyone kind of has their own preference. Let us know in the comment section which way you prefer. If you like the content, if you like the little hints and tips that we're giving you, make sure to subscribe down below. Appreciate you following. Next on the agenda, we're going to teach you where to store your cards. We just taught you how to sleeve them. Now we're going to teach you the next step. Some people are going to choose binders. These ones will only hold soft sleeves, so if that's okay for you, I would only recommend your commons, your bases, maybe some refractors, but anything numbered, autoed, we're going to want to take care of it a little bit nicer. These ones here are going to be your first beginner stages, as I call them. Those are going to be your 2 rows. You're going to hold all your top loaded, your mag cases like we just showed. This will fit those perfectly. Then once you graduate to the big dog class, then we can get you one of these Zion cases. It's going to hold your cards. Make sure they're taken care of. Keep them a little softer, a little bit more climate controlled. So we try and have something for everybody. Whatever part of your journey you're at, we can have something for you. We'll teach you how to take care of your cards. Make sure that you get the full enjoyment, the full value out of card collecting. That's what we're here for. Happy to help, guys. Any questions, let us know in the comment section down below. Before we get our cards taken care of, a couple of good practices I always recommend: washing our hands. A lot of the time our hands have oils on them. Those can actually get off onto the cards, and then that could actually cause you, from getting a PSA 10. So fingerprints on there are going to be easy. Generally you're going to want to use like a microfiber cloth. Do a little bit of spray. Spray obviously onto the cloth, not onto the card. We don't want to do any kind of water damage to any of our cards. So I'll always make sure to wash my hands, and then I make sure to clean this before cleaning anything on the card. Sometimes dirt, dust gets on there. Definitely okay to do, but want to be careful. Want to have it on a soft surface. We want to make sure to avoid any kind of hard surfaces, especially with the softer cards before we put them into top loaders or into penny sleeves. These corners are very fragile, can ding very easily. So better practices for cards. If we have any questions, let us know. I know grading is a big thing in the hobby right now. Where do I send it and why? So a card, depending on what the condition is either a PSA 1 or at worst, or a PSA 10. It goes on a scale from 1 to 10. Surface, corners, edges, and centering are the 4 different criteria that all the companies kind of use to gauge on what kind of the scale is. One thing you want to look for is any kind of whitening on the back. Sometimes a card can come from the pack and have a little bit of whitening. One thing I wanted to show is once we have them in our cases, the easiest way is we don't want to reach in and grab it. We might damage the corners or the edges. So what you're going to do is make your hand into a wall. Then you're going to hit your hand with the other one, and the card's going to come out. That way we're not reaching in, we're not damaging the card. Also saves some of our cuticles. another good practice to use. Once we get the card out, then we can slide it out. It's gonna come out of the penny sleeve, top loader, and we've got our card perfectly ready to assess and see what kind of grade we think it would be. Once we're looking over, like I said, surface is a big one. When these chrome cards come out, they're printed on and then it's layered. So sometimes you can see dimples or something that was underneath the layer that kind of pushed through. So you're gonna wanna check really close to see any surface imperfections. This one looks pretty good. Then we're gonna flip it over to the back and we're gonna try and check and see. Centering to me, I would say off a little bit, I think right to left. Another thing that I noticed on the top of this card is a little bit of scuffing or a little bit of whitening across the top. What it looks like is the printer was a little bit dull, so when it cropped the top, it took a little bit of the edging there, and so it's not perfectly smooth or flat. Where we can show you on this one looks a little bit better. So you can see on this card here, the top looks a little smoother, a little more flush. I think that one's got a better chance at getting a 10 for that reason there. Another thing that I saw on this one was across the top here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's gonna be a little bit of almost rainbowing effect. Looks like a little bit of raising on the foil there. So in my opinion, this one's probably a PSA 9. I wouldn't recommend grading this just because of grading fees. You always wanna look and see what a card's worth as a 9 and what it's worth as a 10. If the cost of a 9 isn't worth what it is to grade, I don't recommend grading it. We never want to see anybody waste your money. We never want to see anybody grade cards come back and be unhappy because they didn't get the grade they want. So a couple of good techniques to kind of look for. Make sure before you grade them, before you send them off, make sure to look them over good, clean them up, take care of them, guys. DNA out. That was card care and handling. This is Adam from DNA Cards and Collectibles. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it was helpful. Make sure to subscribe. More content here to come.